I'm sure there's a lot of other NFL stories, but I want to focus on this NFL story because men. So Stefon Diggs, who is now a part of the New England Patriots, right? He was seen during Memorial Day weekend on a boat, and he passed along a little Ziploc looking baggie that had a pink powder substance. Let me play the clip for y'all. So in the video, they blurred out the baggie, but clearly it did not look like anything that was good. And he is a part of the NFL. And when you are a professional athlete, there are certain standards that you need to uphold. You know what I'm saying? Drugs, there's just certain things that you just can't not do. And so I'm just like, what is the reason? Over some vagina? Like, you are about to, I'm not gonna say he's gonna lose his career because the coach did say, like, we are aware of the video, boom, 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 and this may land nowhere. But just the fact that you even put yourself in a predicament where your career can be in danger is just like, you put so much work to get to the NFL. Why would you put it in jeopardy? Why? Like,
And
what?
my whole thing is, right, when I saw this clip, the first thing I said was like, it's like I always ask the question, how stupid can you be? But every day somebody outdoes the level of stupidity I think they can reach, right? And it's just like, one, you already know you are an athlete. Two, you know wherever you go, the hoochies, the mamas, the thirsties, they follow you. Also, what follows you? Cameras. People are looking at you for their next come up. You have to be diligent in how you move. You can't just do anything you want. And I understand Stefon Diggs, like he's known as that like playboy player. People just look at him. He could do whatever he wants. He smile, give off the charm and everything like that. But that can get you but so far, right? Pulling out this thing, mind you, he look at the camera too. That's what like you look at the camera, they look at the camera, y'all are all aware. It's like you just don't care. And it's like, to me, if you don't care when something happens to you, and let's say, right, the NFL, I already know nothing's gonna happen. Look at half the stuff they let pass. And if they sat there and they tried to come
Yeah,
at,
they got abusers just
right,
there. So
right,
this is
like
bottom of the barrel.
like y'all, the regulations y'all got is in hell. Okay.
Mhm.
So I don't think anything's gonna happen to him, but I just think from a mindset standpoint, you need to move smart. You need to move diligently. You can't just do whatever you want because people are looking to either take your spot, look at you for a come up, or look at you for a payday, right? You don't know who could have sold that footage to whoever just to show people you in a negative light. Like, you can't just be moving however you want. Like, come on. Come on.
And it's just also for the woman, stand up. Like,
You
you
can
know
get
how dumb you look. Like, it's just have standards for yourself. I get, well, actually, I don't get it, but I know there's just some women that just want to be dating an athlete and they want it so bad that they would do anything. They're just like, oh, what do you want me to call you? Like, it's just, I get cringe just looking at that because I'm telling you, for free 99, that could never be me.
but
I
like that's
am the prize. I'm not about to be what? I don't know what. Again, we don't know what was in that little baggie, but just the way they was moving is just like, he's not gonna take you serious. If anything, he just wants vagina and out. So what? Like, why would you want that for yourself?
girl,
I don't know.
coochie power, right? I think
Mm,
that's what they
mm,
say.
mm,
Coochie
mm.
got power, right? So the next thing we want to talk about briefly and give the quick little one too is Zion Williamson, right? So
Let me share this I'm going to share my screen with the story because this
Mhm.
literally broke not too long when we started recording. So I'm sharing my screen. Let me know, Rebecca, if you can see.
Yes. While you show, I'll read from my phone also because
Okay.
the girl cannot see. Okay. So Zion Williamson is sued for allegedly rape. Well, let me start over. Zion Williamson sued, allegedly raped, kidnapped, and terrorized ex, right? So a woman claiming to be one of Zion's ex has filed a lawsuit against the NBA star alleging he raped, kidnapped, and terrorized her on multiple occasions throughout their years long relationship. The explosive suit, which has been obtained by TMZ Sports, was filed in Los Angeles on Thursday by a Jane Doe, who says she began dating Williamson in 2018 while he was playing for the Duke men's basketball team. The woman alleges that in 2020, a little over a year after Williamson left the Blue Devils to join the New Orleans Pelicans, the basketball player raped and assaulted her in Southern California. According to the suit, the violent incident took place on September 23. I said 23rd, 2020, after the woman had gone to Williamson's Beverly Hills home. The accuser says that she told Williamson that she was tired and wanted to go to sleep, but he called her stuck up and a bitch and told her she could not go to sleep without having sex with him. Williamson then allegedly pinned her down on the bed and sexually assaulted her. Afterward, the lawsuit states Williamson took her phone, threw it, and then choked her and screamed at her for talking too much. The woman alleges Williamson emitted an odor of alcohol throughout the encounter. Days later, on October 10th, 2020, the accuser alleges Williamson raped her again after he got angry that she wanted to leave him to visit her friends in San Diego. According to the suit, Williamson took her phone, laptop following the sexual assault, preventing her from getting medical care. These two incidents were not isolated. The lawsuit states Williamson continued to abuse, rape, and assault the batter plaintiff in California and in other states, including Louisiana and Texas, until their relationship ended in 2023. The lawsuit states that Williamson strangled the woman with such force that she reasonably feared for her life and eventually lost consciousness multiple times between 2020 and 2023 in California and Louisiana. The woman also claims that Williamson threatened to have his security guards shoot her in the head multiple times. She alleges Williamson threatened to have his security kill her parents as well. During one 2022 incident in Louisiana, the lawsuit states Williamson pointed a loaded firearm at the woman's head, causing her to reasonably fear for her life. And it basically just goes on from there, and they just keep talking with quotes and everything like that. But y'all get the gist of it, right? So we have talked about Zion Williamson in the past, right? And we have talked about how he is not worth the trouble. One, because he can't not be injured. This is not the first scandal that he's been a part of. He was in a scandal before with, I believe it was like prostitutes, and he ended up having kids with one or impregnating three at the same time, something along the lines of that,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I just feel like we are in the season of lawsuits. We are in the season of people speaking out against their abusers and bringing it to the attention and to the forefront. Now, we are a podcast who says, wait for the court case to happen, see what details are presented before we sit there and make any claims or judgment against anybody. If you don't believe that, I'm sorry, we may not be the podcast for you. But here, we believe in listening to all the facts first, and right now, the fact of the matter is TMZ just released this. We don't know what Zion has said. I'm sure more details will pop out later on as this case continues.
Mm-hmm.
We do see, though, consistently that when cases like this happen, and I saw one post that did post it, and somebody said she stayed with him from 2020 to 2023, she's a liar. I don't think you guys understand how fear works, especially when the threat of your life and the threat of your family's life is presented, right? You go into survival mode. And when you go into survival mode, what survival mode means is I'm going to do whatever allows me to stay safe and to live through this experience, right? And when you are in the mindset or convince yourself that you love somebody, you make excuses for them that make you feel like you shouldn't leave them yet. Right? So
Mhm.
I just feel like people need to not letting their preconceived notions like get in the way of them, but look at things morally. And people have a different moral compass. I understand that. But like morally, you have to understand that like if somebody is expressing abuse, rape, kidnapping, terrorism, and stuff like that to you, or stating this is happening to them, sit down and listen.
Yeah, and I think also again, as a generation, we need to stop normalizing these types of situations. And this is going to be like just specifically talking to women, to us, because I think I do believe that love is blind, and I think sometimes when you are in love, you let a lot of things slide in the name of love, but that is not love. True love will not hurt you. True love will not put a hand on you. Like that is not love, and you need to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like I do not, it's again, I know it is easier said than done, but if a man puts his hand on you, you need to go. It's not like, oh, well, it's a one-off thing. As soon as you come back, that is opening the gates for in that relationship for it to seem like it is okay. Oh, she'll come back. She came to me last time. I don't care if it's a push, and make it very known as soon as you get into a relationship. I don't mess with none of that. I may do a little pillow fight with you, but after that, if I say stop and you keep you know what I'm saying? Boundaries. I don't play that. And the same is vice versa, because I know there are some women that are, abusive and will put hands. No, that is not acceptable. If you feel like you need to leave and gather yourself before we can talk about a topic, say that. Be like, listen, babe, I can't talk to you right now. When I get myself settled, we'll come back and we bring the conversation back, because that is not love. Putting your hands on people. And also, I feel like when it comes to sex and relationships, it is going to feel better if both people are consenting. Like, I don't know what it is with like this whole notion of like forcing people to love you and to do things when they don't want it. Like, that is not what it was meant to be. Like, that's supposed to be something sacred that you both enjoy, not something that's forced.
But I think it's because some people do like they get turned on by that idea and
Well,
that fact
that's
of like
abuse, and we
control.
need to do that.
I understand that. And I think it's like there's something mentally wrong with you for sure. And to your point that you made, like we're not making any type of excuses for anybody. And I'm saying this is abuse in a relationship when it comes to men and women, whatever it is, it should not happen, right? And the moment something like that happens in a relationship and you decide to forgive them, I need you to understand the moment you forgive them, you show them the behaviors you will allow. You have to set the boundaries. And I know that's very easy to say as people who aren't in that predicament, who like, I'm not about to sit here and victim shame at all, but I'm just saying like you have to understand what you allow is what will be a continued and learned behaviors. So if you want change, either remove yourself from the situation or tell them like I'm not doing this with you again. And if it does happen again, make sure you put your words into action.
And also Zion, as like the NBA player, he has been in the news and headlines for everything but the NBA. So it's like this is a track record. We don't know, again, like this is a new allegation, a new lawsuit, but the reality is that as a franchise, is this who you want to be the franchise player? Let alone he hasn't really played a full season ever since he got drafted. But also it's like, if you know that you're on the hot seat, and you're also not doing anything to actively get better. And if you are doing it, well, clearly you need to do more, because all we see is you getting a new tattoo. Not that you're working towards getting better at your craft. And it's like, okay, it's cute that when you come back, you have 2 good games, but it gets to a point where, is it worth it?
And also, I just need the NBA and NFL to like really help me understand what's the criteria that y'all have for players. Like what is the like cuz like I
There
said,
is none.
the limit is in hell. Like y'all Like, y'all, it doesn't take much. I mean, actually, it doesn't take anything at all for y'all to sit there and like say, okay, we're gonna launch. And if y'all do launch your own investigation, everything come out fine and dandy. Like, we need to stop looking at these people of power as just people of power and start holding them to realistic moral standards and understand that you can't do whatever you want, right? But like we said, we're definitely going to see how this court case goes, and we might find out something completely different next week, but we will keep you guys posted.